Hey guys, what's up? This is kaozbender here again for yet another video, and welcome to a Mario Kart 8 Retro Track prediction. This is going to be a highly different thing, here, and it's a kind of a really analytic thing that I did. Not really too analytic, like sort of game explain level, but, I just put some extra thought into, this video in what I think are going to be the retro tracks in Mario Kart 8. Now, just want to make sure to get this out of the way. First of all, if you could watch until the very end, because I really need your input on this. I know, well, I'm going to try to make this like as short as possible. But, yeah, if you can watch the video to the very end to, like, help me, choose some of the tracks or what you think are going to be the tracks that are going to be showcased in Mario Kart 8 as retro tracks, that would be cool. Number two, this is going to be kind of not too one-sided, but this is going to be like my personal, like kind of what I would like to see in Mario Kart 8, and it's not necessarily what's gonna happen, but what I would like to see. It's more of like a personal thing. And last but not least is I'm going to assume that the game is going to have 8 cups, 4 original track cups and 4 retro track cups. As you can see, I have 2 tables, well, a couple of tables right here, which I'm going to be explaining right now. But as you can see, the DS, Wii, and the 3DS games have had 4 original cups and 4 retro cups, so that I'm going to be assuming that the Wii U version is going to have 4 retro cups. So with that out of the way, let's begin. First of all, the table that you're seeing right here, what it is that on the first column right here, I have every single name of the tracks that have been in every single Mario Kart game. These are only the original tracks, as you can see. Like, for example, I'm not going to have, for the DS version, I'm not going to have, like, the first 16 original and then the 16 retro, because they are, original in their own game. So, as you can see right here, for example, I have these first for the SNES. Like, for example, every single track name is here. Now now these columns are the games in which the tracks appear. The green tiles represent the green tiles mean that this track was originally from this game. So as you can see right here, we have these first tracks were original from the SNES. These tracks were original from the Nintendo 64 version, as you can see right here, and so on with the Game Boy Advance version, with the Nintendo GameCube version, and all that good stuff. Now the blue tiles represent when the track has appeared in a as a retro track in one game. As you can see, the Game Boy Advance is kind of a rare exception, because the Game Boy Advance version has every single SNES track so far, like, not so far, every single track, and, that's a little weird. Don't really know, like, this is the only thing that kind of breaks the pattern. But like, for example, if you can see, let's just say, let's just go ahead and pick this one. So it is a Choco Mountain. It was original from the Nintendo 64, but it appeared as a retro track in the Nintendo DS version. So that is, I already explained the green tiles and the blue tiles, original cup, and then this track has been, has appeared as a retro track in a specific game. Now, the red ones, the thing that I wanted to get at the beginning, but I decided to leave at the end, the red tiles are going to be the ones, the tracks that have already been confirmed as retro tracks for Mario Kart 8 to this date. 24th of February 2014, which is when I am making this video. At the time recording this, there have been no more announcements, even though the game comes out in May, so we have like 2.5 months until the game comes out. So, like, so far, we only have 7 tracks confirmed, and those are DK Jungle, Piranha Plant Slide, Music Park, all of them for the 3DS. Then for the Wii version, we have the Grumble Volcano, and for the DS version, we have the Tick-Tock Clock. And finally, we have Dry Dry Desert for the Nintendo GameCube. Yeah, it's a Nintendo GameCube. So as you can see right here, we have 3 3 DS tracks confirmed, and 1 each for the Wii, DS, Nintendo GameCube, and the Game Boy Advanced. Let me see. I think I actually failed like Game Boy Advanced. Yeah, this is this is it. Anyway, so right now, sorry for like repeating myself. This is actually a little bit new to me. The bold kind of, well, as you can see right here, I have kind of bold like letters and stuff, and those are going to be what I think, in my personal opinion, are going to be the ones that are unlikely to appear. If we go all the way down, what I believe in the Mario Kart 7 games, what are unlikely to appear are the Bowser's Castle and the Rainbow Road. And that is because, well, Mario Kart 7 is the only game which has included a path to Rainbow Road, as a part of the Retro Track series, or like whatever. And I doubt, or I believe that it is unlikely to happen, that the Mario Kart 8 version of the Retro Tracks are going to have either Rainbow Road, Bowser's Castle, Rosalina's Ice World, Mako Neo Bowser City, and all of these as Retro Tracks. Now, this is where the personal opinion comes from, and this is not like too solid, but that's kind of my personal opinion on it. And last but not least, the yellow tiles are the ones that have never been, are track names that have never been in any Mario Kart game in Retro Tracks. So as you can see right here, let's just go ahead into like a random game. Like, for example, what is this one? This one is the Nintendo GameCube. So as you can see, a lot of Nintendo GameCube tracks have been used, like all of these. The only ones that have not been used are these 5: Sherbert Land, Mushroom City, Wario Coliseum, Bowser's Castle, Rainbow Road. And those have never been used, and those are going to be the ones that I'm going to narrow my analysis for. Because another thing that I want to mention is that if you check out all of the retro tracks that have been used in a single game, those retro tracks have never been used in another game that features a retro tracks. What do I mean by this? If we go to any, like for example, right here, this one, Banshee Broadwalk from the Nintendo 64, I'm pretty sure it is. Banshee's Broadwalk has been in the Nintendo DS version and nowhere else. Like, if you, like for example, I'm going to go down slowly in this, and as you can see, every single blue tile does not appear in the same file. So that means that the original track for a game does not appear twice in like multiple games, meaning that they reserve themselves from using, like for example, this one, Luigi's Circuit, which is from the Nintendo GameCube also. You are not going to see this in any other game. Like, this is the only one, and that is how we are going to be narrowing our fucking like analysis, whatever you want to call it. So what this leaves us to is, what the blue tiles are, like in the repeated section, are these like yellow tiles, tracks that have never been used in any retro track in general. Now, this little track right here, I'm going to explain right now. These are game against tracks, and as you can see, this one, like for example, the SNES doesn't have any retro tracks. The Nintendo 64 doesn't have any retro tracks, and so on and so forth. The Game Boy Advance version has a 20 SNES retro tracks, in the game, because that's kind of odd. The Nintendo GameCube does not have any. The Nintendo DS, because there are 4 games before this version, the Nintendo DS has 4 SNES tracks, 4 Nintendo 64 tracks, 4 Game Boy Advance tracks, and 4 Nintendo GameCube tracks. Pretty even, since you have, 16. And from the Wii version, it comes like a little, it is a little bit, this is where kind of the weird part starts, because you have for the Wii version, you have 4 DS tracks, 4 Nintendo GameCube tracks, but then you only have 2 Game Boy Advance and SNES and all that stuff. So I'm going to base this, like this is my very first analysis, and by the way, I'm going to be coming up with my predictions here on the spot. Like I only gave this a little bit of thought. However, I am going to come out with my own predictions in this very video. And the very first thing that is going to help us come up with the tracks is that, as you can see, every game has had 4 tracks of the previous 2 games. What do I mean by this? The DS version has a 4, like, you know, in these 2. The Wii version has a 4 DS tracks and 4 Nintendo GameCube tracks. And the 3DS version has a 4 Wii tracks and 4 DS tracks. What this leads me to believe is that the Wii U version is going to have 4 3DS tracks as well as 4 Wii tracks. And if we come over here, you will see, and by the way, I'm going to be putting another color for this, like for example right I don't even know, like for example right here, I'm gonna come up with another color. Let me see, I really hope this does not let me see, I'm going to put it. Alright, this keeps recording. I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna try to edit, you know, to the best of my abilities. Anyway, the purple color is what I believe prediction, you know, what I think is gonna, you know, happen. Anyway, I'm gonna be coming up with them on the spot right here. Okay, the first 2 are gonna be like kind of simple, and as you can see, we already have like these 3 for the 3DS retro tracks. That only leaves us with 1 track to predict from the 3DS version, and this is where the personal opinion actually starts. Like, I don't think any of these are going to appear. The ones that I believe could appear are Daisy Hills, Cheep Cheep Lagoon, Rock Mountain, and Wario Shipyard. And this is where it kind of gets a little bit tricky, because, you know, this is where, you know, you start to, you know, your personal opinion. But since we already have these 3, I am going to guess that since these aren't really going to, and by the way, I'm not really going to go in depth on why I think that is, but you know, let's just try to come up with some like cool predictions. Anyway, so what I think are what's going to happen is that none of these are going to be in the game, but other than these 3, I believe that Daisy Hills is going to be the one, like the other retro track that is going to be appearing. So I believe is going to be the other Mario Kart 7 retro track appearing in Mario Kart 8. Now, from the table right here, you will see that I have 4 Wii tracks predicted for Mario Kart 8, and those, well, for example, right here, Luigi Circuit, I don't think it's going to happen. Toad's Factory is not going to happen either, because we are already going to have a Toad toy store or whatever, you know, another original track. Mario Circuit, I don't think it's going to happen, because I believe there's going to be another Mario Circuit in the game, original or not. DK Summit, Daisy Circuit, and all of these I don't think are going to happen. So what I believe is going to, you know, appear, we only have, well, in my personal opinion, we only have 1, 2, 3. And by the way, I didn't really go too much thought into this, but I guess these are my 3 predictions. So I'm going to predict that the retro tracks from Mario Kart Wii are going to be Moo Moo Meadows or Meadows. I still cannot pronounce that name since Paper Mario. Wario's Gold Mine and Moonview Highway, right? Okay, so those are my other 3 predictions. So Moo Moo Meadows, Wario's Gold Mine, and Moonview Highway. Like, I'm just gonna like put it right here. Moo Moo, what was the other one? Wario's Gold and the fucking. So those are my 3 predictions for the Mario Kart Wii. Now, as you can see from the table, I only have 2 tracks for the DS version. However, I only have 1. Why? Because the TikTok clock has already been confirmed, and that is from DS. Now, I don't believe any of the ones in bold are like going to appear, because, you know, figure 8 circuit is boring. We are already going to have a like an 8-shaped track. Mario Circuit I already predicted like that there's not going to be, and these 2, Rainbow Road, Bowser's Castle, I don't think it's going to happen. So in between Cheep Cheep Beach, Shroom Bridge, and Wario Stadium, what I would personally like to see is Wario Stadium. Shroom Bridge, I think it's a little bit too, like, bland. That would be odd. Uh, I'll personally go for Wario Stadium. Like, well, no. I'll go back to it. I'll guess Cheep Cheep Beach because we already have like a Wario Stadium, and I think that Wario's Gold Mine from the Wii is going to appear. So I'm gonna go for Cheep Beach. I'm just gonna call it like that. Okay. So I'm already through the 4 3DS tracks, the 4 Wii tracks, and the 2 DS tracks that I think are going to appear. So this is where it gets kind of tricky. From the Nintendo GameCube, I also have only one pick, and this is because we already have one confirmed one confirmed Nintendo GameCube version. Not version, like another Nintendo GameCube track. And as you can see, I don't think these are going to happen. Wario Coliseum, not really going to happen either because of the other ones. So it's between Sherbert Land and Mushroom City. I'm going to bet it is going to be Mushroom City, okay? Mushroom City. Right? Okay. Now that I'm through with these 4, this is where it gets really tricky because I have to predict only one from the GBA, one from the Nintendo 64, and one from the SNES. Okay, so from the GBA, let me see. Oh, never mind. I guess. So I guess I don't really need to predict anything because we already have this track right here, okay? We already have this track right here, and well, that is out of the way for the GBA because Mario Circuit has already been, in track. And this is why I said that none of the other Mario Circuits were going to appear because we already have another Mario Circuit confirmed for Mario Kart 8 as a retro track from the GBA. That only leaves me one more pick for the Nintendo 64 and 2 more picks for the SNES. For the Nintendo 64, we have available Rainbow Road, Yoshi's Valley, Royal Raceway, Wario Stadium, and Toad's Turnpike. Now, Toad and Wario, they're not going to happen because we already have an original Toad, and I believe there is going to be another Wario Stadium, right? So that leaves me between the Royal Raceway, Yoshi's Valley, and the Nintendo 64 Rainbow Road. Now, what I would personally like to see is Yoshi's Valley because that one is a unique track. If you guys played the Nintendo 64 version, that is unique. But that is odd. I don't think this is going to happen, but this is what I would personally like to see. So it's between Royal Raceway and Rainbow Road. And because Rainbow Road, we have only seen a retro track in Mario Kart 7, and it was from the very first game. It could potentially be. So, I mean, I can't really predict patterns from only one thing because we would need like 2 things. But I'm going to take my chances in this one and say that they're going to go for Rainbow Road as the last track of the last Retro Cup, right? So they're going to go for the Nintendo 64 Rainbow Road, okay? That is what I personally believe. That are going to go for the Rainbow Road. And that only leaves us with 2 more SNES. And this is where I'm just going to guess. The Choco Island, like these ones, why don't I think they're going to appear in the bold sections is because, as you can see, we have like repeats. We have Ghost Valley 1, Ghost Valley 2 has already been used, but we have Ghost Valley 3. And between these, I would personally go for the later ones. Like, for example, I would go for Vanilla Lake, for example, let's just say Vanilla Lake 1. So from the GBA, what I think is going to happen, this is just going to be like the most random one because, we have so many to choose from. But what I would personally like to see and what I believe is going to happen is Koopa Beach 1 as well. We haven't really had any donut planes. Choco Island. I'm going to go for Koopa Beach and Vanilla Lake 1, right? So we have Koopa Beach and Vanilla Lake 1. Okay, so I forgot to put the 1 in here, but that's okay. So as you can see, these aren't my predictions. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if we have 9 tracks and we have the already 7 confirmed tracks. That leaves us with a total of 16 tracks, which means that the prediction, these 9 tracks are my predictions. Like Daisy Hill, Moo Moo Meadows, whatever. Warios Gold Mine from the Wii. Moonview Highway also from the Wii, because we're going to have like 4 of each. Now, Cheep Cheep Beach, which one did I predict that one was going to be from? Let me see. So we got 1, 2, Cheep Cheep Beach. Where the fuck is that one? Luigi Circuit Beach. Okay, Nintendo GameCube. Nintendo GameCube. Now, Mushroom City, also from the Nintendo GameCube, I guess. Nintendo 64 Rainbow Road, and SNES. And SNES. No, I think I kind of fucked up, because the GameCube version, Game Boy Advanced, Nintendo 60. Oh yeah, never mind. So these, ladies and gentlemen, is my prediction on what are going to be the leftover 9 retro tracks that they have to confirm. That is, if it's like 16 retro tracks. I'm going to be leaving my, and by the way, welcome. I'm just going to have like an annotation if you just wanted to see my predictions. But if you are watching this right now and if you skipped, I highly suggest that you go back and check out why I chose these. It's, in my personal opinion, it's kind of a good thought behind why I believe these are going to happen as retro tracks. But so far, these, like, maybe I could be wrong in some of them, but like, for example, I believe Rainbow Road, this is going to happen. What else? Like, for example, Moonview from the Wii, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, as well as Warios Gold Mine. Moo Moo Meadows, I'm not really sure. But those, ladies and gentlemen, is my prediction. I'm going to leave down below a list of the, well, if my predictions are correct, what would be the 16 retro tracks of the game Mario Kart 8. And that is pretty much it. Don't really know how long I've been recording, but if you watch the entire thing, just please make sure to leave a comment down below letting me know if you liked my table. If you have any other like suggestions, what would you like to see in Mario Kart 8, those retro tracks, and that would be really fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this like more detailed video on my channel. And other than that, you guys have a great day. Take care of yourself, and until my next video,